All right, so let's check out what we got. I'll first start with playing the record before any processing. So this is basically what the record sounds like before we've done anything to it.
Come go with me. Go with me. Come go with me.
Okay, you get the sense. So basically, if you actually look at my session, you don't actually see a lot of plugins, with the exception of this main vocal here, and I have a parallel vocal, which is a copy of the main vocal, which I treated different um, just to give the main vocal just a little bit more. Um, I'll run you through that in a moment. So let's look at what we have here. So basic background on me is that I came up, uh, my whole theory of engineering is from the analog domain. So, learning how to mix on a console, um, and so I've taken that and I've applied it to the way I mix in the box. So if you look at my session, you'll see that all I have on most of the channels is a most of the channels just have um, a Studer tape machine, just for the saturation sound or the sound of the tape machine. And then they have an SSL um, G console plugin. This is SSL's native plugin, emulating the G console. So this particular plugin can emulate either the G or the E series consoles. For this particular song, I'm using the G, which is traditionally used for more like rock and acoustic music. Yeah, and I've chosen it for its tonal quality, and that's one of the things that you'll find me say a lot, because a lot of the plugins that I use are to emulate real hardware, um, and just to try and get that sound. So let's have a listen to the song, well, the mix song, and then we'll go through it.
Come go with me.
Let's start it from the top. So the primary things to listen for is first and foremost clarity. Um, you know, yeah. So I just focus on making the mix cleaner and more ambient.
Come go with me. Go with me. Come go with me. I see you standing in the shadows as the wind blows past your face, and you've got me so enamored.
So if you listen to that, you should be able to hear the subtle differences between the mix and the raw files. What I'll do now is that I'll give you guys an A/B between the mix and the raw session. So I'll do maybe 10 seconds of each.
Come go with me.
So for me, this is the second time I'm actually mixing the song, and one of the one of the issues that I found when mixing it the first time was just the fact that it was it was too heavy, wasn't so cohesive, and I thought perhaps we should go for a lighter feel to the song. So I've given it a second go. So if we look at what's happening within this mix, we'll start from the left to the right in terms of starting with the kick all the way through the vocals. So if we have a listen to that, so if we're to listen to this kick and what I did here, all right. So if we're to look at what's happening here, there's a little bit of compression on the kick, and then I've boosted frequencies from from about 80 hertz. I've boosted by 1.5 dB. It's not a lot, but if you listen to that, and as you can see that the highs are cut on this, just to remove that from the frequencies of the hi-hats and cymbals and all of that. So the next thing that was in this mix was the clap. So as I said, everything is processed with the same plug-in chain, and if you look at these claps, all that's really happening here is not much really. It's just for the sonic character of this EQ. There's not a lot happening. I mean, I've cut some frequencies around the 1K mark, just to make it a little bit clearer. Oh, another challenging thing with this particular song was the bass, because there are virtually three different basses in the song. I had to make some compromises. This is the main bass, which I've essentially used as the sub bass. And if you look at the EQ, you'll see that I've cut out a lot from it, and boosted the really really low subs within this bass. So if you listen to the original, you can hear that it had a lot more raw. It had a lot more, that mid-range grit. And I've just taken that out. The reason for that is because there's this, which is sort of like supposed to be emulating a log drum.